So here we are back with for the last 10. So it's number 21 to number 30 of the career ideas and pieces of advice. And the number 21, let's start off with number 21. It's develop your financial insight. If you are not coming from finance, you will learn very quickly that in any organization, so it's not only about, and I want to stress this, it's not only about for-profit companies, it's for NGOs, non-governmental organizations, and it's even also for government agencies. Finance is important, whether you like it or not, whether you disagree or not. Finance is important, and for the leadership of any organization, they have a financial dashboard that they look to, and often many decisions that are taken have a financial component to it. So you need to have more than a basic understanding of finances if you want to move forward in your professional life. So if you're not a numbers person, learn what you need to know at least, because it's critical. Number 22. Invest in your people knowledge. I have learned, and also from the people I am working with and have worked with, that, understanding a bit of what is going on with other people, how they think, what is, why they are doing what they are actually doing, is so very important to be able to navigate in an organization effectively. So become a little bit of an amateur psychologist in the good sense of the word. Number 23, develop a reading habit of great books. And I know there are libraries full of management literature, some of them great, some of them not so great. Of course, you need to be selective, because you only can spend your time once. But develop the habit of reading some good books. And I think that you should be reading, if you're ambitious and you want to move forward, I think you should be reading at least one management book per month, or something around 10 to 12 management books per year, especially in the beginning, would be very helpful for yourself to invest in yourself, because there's really some great stuff, and management books help you get perspective, because almost all of us get caught up in the whirlwind of our daily business, but management books help us get perspective. And I'm not only talking about self-help books, but management books give us perspective. Number 24. Embrace the big trends that are going on in our society. I think that you should be aware of what is going on, not only in your industry or not only in your craft, if you have one, but be aware of things like artificial intelligence, climate resilience for companies, talent shortages that are that companies are struggling with. And at least you don't have to be a deep expert, but at least know what is going on and how this may impact your role, your company that you are working for, and discuss it. Think about it. Discuss it with colleagues. And when it comes to AI, for instance, play with it. If you have not done so yet, because after the playing, there comes the more serious application oftentimes. Number 25, read management background articles. So I've talked about reading as a habit, but I also think that you should get into the habit of reading articles. There's so much instant news going on all the time, but that's oftentimes, only the whirlwind news, or only, what is happening today and that is gone tomorrow. But what you want to get into is get more perspective, get more background, have a deeper understanding of where things are coming from. And I'd like to mention two magazines to you that I find particularly helpful. The first one is Harvard Business Review, and the second one is The Economist. And then, depending on the country you are in, almost every country has some great newspapers that have some great background articles too. So Harvard Business Review and or The Economist, I continue to find them very good resources to build on. Number 26. Be optimistic. Marshall Goldsmith at some point called it, I think, be the optimist in the room. And I like that approach because for me, optimism, and of course I know that not everything is great, and there are some very tough and serious things going on sometimes in society, in countries, in perhaps in your organization, and perhaps for yourself or in your private life. So it's not that I think we should be naive or anything, but I think that being optimistic, especially as a business leader, is also a moral obligation that we have to ourselves and to our people. So that's my number 26. Number 27, don't take yourself too serious. Everything passes. Someday we will all be gone. So I think, connected to be optimistic also, have some fun along the way. Everything is moving forward. Today will never come back anymore. And there's no tomorrow. So we need to learn, we need to have context and a strategic vision. And at the same time, we need to, enjoy today, because the journey is the only thing that we have. So don't take yourself too seriously. 28. Never compromise your values. Stay close to yourself. I think it was Tom Peters who said there is no minor lapse of integrity. So don't compromise your values. And I've also seen this in my last 30 years. People working for companies that were not a good match with their values, and at some point they get into trouble, and they don't. It's not easy for them to stay energized and to represent the company, or to invest in the company, or to give your best for the company. So check if your values are compatible with the organization or the company that you are working for, or that you want to go work for. Because at the end of the day, values are so critically important to continue to be motivated, I think. Number 29. Make sure there is an amount of balance in your life. There is more to life than just work. And I've seen people, step into this pitfall, because in a way it's easy there's always work to do, especially when you're working with your head or you're working in the services industry. It never stops. So invest in your hobbies, invest in your private relationships, because they are important too. So I know that especially the men amongst us, some of us find it easy to drown ourselves in our work. I advise you to carve out time for developing some hobbies and developing your relationships, both your family and your friends. And then number 30, the last of this set. So I wanted to share with you a book from one of my greatest mentors I have ever had, and I had an opportunity to work with him quite often, and his name is Marshall Goldsmith. And my phrase is, what got you here won't get you there. So don't continue just as you were doing before. Inertia is a pitfall. It's the paradox of success, and we tend to think that what got us here will also be what we need to move forward, which is not true. We need to change in order to move forward. We need to change to continue to be successful. And that I want to leave you with 30 tips, tricks, ideas, visions that I wanted to share with you. 30 minutes in total, 3 sets of 10, and I really wish you a great, great, great life and great professional career. And I hope this inspired.